The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God Yahweh, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 33, and verse 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Mahavashai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, that seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. That scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some looking like the heathen, beginning with the 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. As you see at the top, you got right here, this video we're going to play, it's like 7 minutes and some. It says violent extremists targeting kids on Roblox and Discord, right? So we most definitely know that we're at the end by way of the behavior of these people. And that's from them not being raised, their parents, most definitely their mothers, playing with them all the time, not spanking them, not giving out any type of disciplinary action, not holding them accountable for anything, and not putting them to work, all right? And for not putting them to work, these kids don't work. They have no responsibility. They have no people skills. They're not raised. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to do anything. So they're sitting around with no skills, no plans, no goals, no morals, no upbringing. And they're causing chaos. All right? As we just read in 2 Timothy 3, this is how you know we're at the end. Because we're in the last days and we're in the perilous times, the dangerous times, the deadly times, and we just read the traits and characteristics of how individuals will be. All right? Now you go back up to, we're going to play the video. You go back up to Ecclesiastes 33 and 24. It says, fodder, a wand, and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant. So people are supposed to be active. People are supposed to be doing something. People are not supposed to be sitting around all day, nothing to do, playing the game, on electronics, eating up all the snacks, all the food, just running their mouth, watching nonsense. All right? It says, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. Right? If they don't have anything to do, they can have the free time to do whatever it is that come to their mind. They're going to get in trouble. They're going to cause trouble. They're going to cause chaos. They're going to do things that makes no sense. They're going to harm people. They're going to have people feeling uncomfortable. It says they're going to think of stupid and strange and weird ideas that causes harm, not only to themselves, but to the people around them. Verse 26, a yoke and a collar due by the neck, right? Labor, work, give them something to do. So are tortures and torments for an evil servant. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil, you see? Being idle means you sitting around not doing nothing. It teaches much evil, right? Because when your mind is not occupied, bad thoughts, the devil, wickedness, spiritual demon, Satan creeps in. People got a saying, an idle mind is the devil's playground. Well, people don't know where they got that from, but it's right here in the scriptures. We just read it. You see? Set him to work as it is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters, right? So you got to know what type of work to put on these individuals, starting from these kids up, and don't and make sure it's enough work for them to do. All right. But don't go overboard. Verse 29, but be not excessive toward any, and without discretion do nothing. You see? So you have to know the type of person or people that you're dealing with, and you don't want to be excessive. All right? So you really got to think on what and what not to do. If thou have a servant, let him be unto thee as thyself, because thou hast brought him with a price. If thou have a servant, entreat him as a brother, for thou hast need of him, as of thy own soul. If thou entreat him evil, and he run from thee, which way wilt thou go to seek him? Right? So you got to use wisdom, man. All right? With your employees, with these kids. All right? And how you discipline them and the type of work you put on them. All right? Now you go to... Hold on, the screen went black, y'all. Now we get Ecclesiastes 30. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 30. And 7. And that's the problem with a lot of you parents. Now these kids is acting out now. Well, they're not kids, they're child-minded, but they're adults. You become an adult when you're a man, you're 12. You become a boy becomes a man when he's like 12, right? Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. My apologies. A girl becomes an adult at 9, 10, 11, 12 when puberty hits. Okay, same thing with a boy that becomes a man when puberty hits. All right, all this, they got to be 18 to be considered. No, 21, no. All right, but during the time of the upbringing of these children, their parents, mainly their mothers, are not teaching them anything. All right, not telling them anything. Yeah, you got a lot of fathers that's not around. And that's due to the mothers, for the most part. You got some deadbeat men out there. But if you look up statistics for so-called black men, they're the best fathers. A single father produces a better child than a single mother, and also produces a better child than a two-parent household. Look it up. Look it up. All that playing with your children, giving them everything they want, that's bull crap. Us men don't raise our children like that. All right? See, we're in the time of, you women talking about, they my sons, they my kids, that's my daughter. But we're in a time where your son, your daughter, your kids is doing nothing but causing mayhem out here in the streets. And they got to pay for it. And you sitting back looking stupid, crying your heart out. Every little thing, little Ron do. Oh, He's such a sweet kid, he wouldn't hurt a fly. But he out here causing chaos and evil. You got these Edomites out here, proud. They weird in the damn way. And it don't matter what you do with them here, they just causing all types of damn chaos. Weirdos. Let's read this, then we'll play the video. So this is just the time of the end with this wicked generation, man. It's going to be destroyed. This is that generation Yahweh Shah saw was talking about. This is that generation Wisdom of Solomon 3 is talking about. Horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation, man. Ecclesiastes 37, he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry, right? Sons or daughters. You putting your kids on a pedestal, they too good to do this, that, and the third. You right there for every little thing they cry about, every little situation they get involved in. You want to be there for them. You want to guard them from it. Make excuses for them. And a horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. Conquer thy child, meaning spoil, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. You see? All this playing around with your children, you Edomites and you 2/3 of Israel, now you're scared of your kids. They damn violent. They shooting you up. You take away the damn iPad and iPhones. Man, they shoot you in your sleep, stab you in your sleep, poison your food, hit you with cars, push you off buildings. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth. You see that? Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies, right? Don't give him no pass to do whatever he want. Don't give him all that free time. Don't let him do whatever he want to do. A lot of y'all just sitting around with y'all just give y'all kids games and phones and things of that nature, so you don't have to deal with them because you tired. You don't feel like dealing with them. These kids don't even know how to play outside. They don't run or do nothing, man. All they do is sit around and talk about foolishness and wink not at his follies. Bow down his neck while he is young and beat him on the sides while he is a child. See, you got to discipline these kids. Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart. Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, you see. Lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. You see that? You see? Again, violent extremists targeting kids on Roblox and Discord. FBI uncovers network of online extremists promoting violent acts among minors. This is what's going on. Hey, while y'all sitting around giving y'all kids these electronics, y'all don't even monitor the things, the games that they play and the apps and things of that nature, man. On TikTok, y'all not monitoring these things. And these are the things on their free time that they're just constantly putting into their brain and mimicking because they got free time. Let's just play the video. This is the time we in, man. The time of the end, as we read in 2 Timothy 3. And let y'all know, I'm going to get it. One of my favorites. Wisdom of Solomon 3. And 19. Let's start at 16. As for the children of adulterers, meaning children of wickedness, children that's fallen a false way, 2/3 of Israel, right, falling out to false gods and religions, ideologies. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection, and the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, Yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be without honor. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation. Let's play the video.
Well, this next story, we want to caution you, is disturbing in terms of its details, but it's also something that parents especially should be aware of.
Federal agents here in the DMV and across the United States have arrested dozens of people suspected of being connected to violent online networks targeting children.
It's an urgent investigation which came to the attention of the I-Team's John Barr as he was reporting on challenges in school security last month. John?
Scott, this story involves exploring some of the darkest corners of the internet, places where children have been coerced into self-harm, sexually exploited, even encouraged to live stream their own suicides. Behind it all, the FBI says, a loosely connected network called 764.
This is by far the most graphic material that I've encountered, the most violent.
The details of the alleged crimes have shaken even veteran investigators. Teens blackmailed into acts of self-mutilation, sexual acts, harm to animals. In some book, instructing them to target vulnerable populations, those struggling with mental health issues and eating disorders. What concerns you the most?
I think just the nature of it. It's no longer imagery. It's no longer just hands-on offenders. It is now individuals committing that self-harm, attempting suicide, sometimes succeeding in that suicide, lighting themselves on fire. It's the gore and graphic nature of this that really concerns me the most.
Nick DeGeorge runs the FBI's domestic terrorism team in Baltimore, one of 56 field offices actively investigating what the Bureau calls nihilistic violent extremist networks like 764.
There's no real end goal in sight for these groups. There's no, okay, if we break down society, we're going to rebuild it as such. They just want a complete destruction.
What's equally jarring is the young men, barely adults themselves, behind these alleged crimes. A 21-year-old in Tucson, Arizona. A 20-year-old in Stephenville, Texas. A 20-year-old recently arrested near Baltimore. All connected, federal prosecutors say, to 764.
In the real world, they feel disenfranchised from society, removed from it. They don't know how to interact at times. But then when they go online, they assume this different persona.
That was Bradley Cadenhead's story. He was 15 when he dropped out of high school and created 764 on the messaging app Discord, the number taken from the zip code of his hometown of Stephenville, Texas. Cadenhead is currently serving an 80-year sentence in Texas State Prison for multiple child pornography and sex offenses, crimes that included coercing minor females to make what's called cut signs.
They will get their victim to take a knife, some kind of sharp object, and they will have them cut their username into their skin, into their flesh, and then they will take that blood, they will write literally the username, the hashtag, whatever they're commanded to do, on a wall, on bathrooms. It just kind of reinforces their mentality of, okay, well, I own you. You are my almost virtual slave. It's very, very disturbing to see that.
In late November, Agent DeGeorge and his team arrested 20-year-old Eric Lee Madison near Baltimore. Madison, according to court records, told alleged victims he lives in Germany and goes by the name Leo. His grandfather tells the I-Team Madison has, quote, always been a follower. Federal prosecutors say Madison coerced multiple victims to self-harm, asking one 14-year-old girl during a chat, can you cut today? I need you to use your blood to draw on a wall. That girl told investigators she communicated with Madison on the messaging app Discord after first meeting him on Roblox, an online gaming site built for children.
They don't want the truth to come out about how dangerous this platform is, about how long they've known how dangerous it is.
Local attorney Alexandra Walsh has filed 16 lawsuits on behalf of families with children who Walsh alleges were initially targeted by sexual predators or violent extremists on Roblox. The gaming app boasts more than 150 million daily users, roughly 40% of them under 13.
We hear about the radicalization of youth in other parts of the world. It is happening in this country. It is happening through platforms like Roblox.
Roblox recently announced comprehensive safety reforms, like AI-powered facial age estimation technology to access the chat function. But the changes won't go into effect in the U.S. until January.
Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Milovidov.
Here's a safety message from Roblox's head of parental advocacy.
As a parent myself, I know how important it is to feel confident about where our kids spend their time online. That they're not only having fun, but that they're safe and supported.
Despite those assurances, just days ago we found games created on Roblox celebrating mass shootings, including one named Plus, a variation of Pulse, the setting of the 2016 mass shooting at a gay nightclub in Orlando. We also found a game featuring a Nazi concentration camp as a setting, complete with anti-Semitic messages and stacked bodies resembling Holocaust victims. Both games were listed as being suitable for players 5 and up.
There are neo-Nazis on Roblox today attempting to recruit kids into being, part of their ideology. It's a terrifying thing, and it needs to get more public attention.
Walsh recently won a key legal battle, blocking an attempt by Roblox to force dozens of lawsuits the company faces into arbitration behind closed doors.
Roblox needs to be held accountable for creating this powerful tool for predators. Enough is enough. Too many kids have been hurt.
Now, Roblox declined to comment to 7 News. The company's CEO recently described its new safety protocols as, quote, the gold standard. A spokesperson for the messaging app Discord did send 7 News a statement, which reads in part, the actions of extremist groups have no place on Discord or anywhere in society. We're committed to user safety and have dedicated teams working to disrupt these networks. The FBI says both companies are cooperating and have helped agents make arrests. For the I-Team, I'm John Barr.
Such